Hello everyone, welcome to Carnivorous Plants Hub. If you are subscribed to my channel or have been following my videos, you've recently watched this video right here, which means you know that I'm currently in a very fragile emotional state after discovering that my favorite Venus flytrap has crown rot. My SD Cronus is not doing well. In my last video I showed you how that's going. Link in the description if you are interested. Usually when I'm mourning my plants, I, like many of you out there, fill that hole in my life by buying more carnivorous plants, or for today's video more specifically, more Venus flytraps. I was in a Walmart late last night to buy some Tums. I hate getting older, and some cat food. I decided, like every other time I go to Walmart, to check the nursery area to see what close to dead or already dead Venus flytraps that they had in stock. To my surprise, I found some of the biggest and most robust Venus flytraps I've ever seen in big box. They were absolutely beautiful, but I didn't buy them. Before I actually show you them, I have to tell you what happened. I went home and was telling my wife about them. Her response to this was, "How many did you get?" I told her none. She was shocked. She stared at me like she didn't even recognize me anymore. And honestly, she was right to stare at me that way. I was already having deep regrets. I was proud of myself for walking out of Walmart. I was super disciplined. I refused to buy Venus flytraps from Walmart again. Look at me. As soon as I sat in my car, the regret kicked in. Mind you, this was at 11 p.m. at night. It was very late. I didn't sleep at all last night. I actually had a nightmare that somebody bought all of the Venus flytraps that were there because they were just so big and incredible. In this nightmare, I saw them buying a non-glazed clay planter with no drainage holes. No drainage holes. They bought Miracle-Gro soil for cactuses with extra added fertilizer and nutrients, because cactuses and flytraps probably use the same soil, right? They didn't even remove the flytrap from the death cube when they planted it. What is going on? I saw them at home watering their freshly potted flytraps with tap water. They then put the flytrap in a west-facing windowsill. West? Not even south? Come on. It then flashed to them browsing Amazon. I could faintly see their search query. Best terrarium for Venus flytraps. My wife was shaking me in my sleep. I shot up in a cold sweat. She said I was murmuring, "Full sun, not a windowsill, no terrariums," in my sleep. Okay, maybe that's a little bit exaggerated, but after waking up, all I was thinking was, how did they not go to YouTube and find one of my videos before getting a Venus flytrap and buying all that stuff that they thought that they needed? Seriously, man, the nerve. So I went back to Walmart at 6:30 a.m. in the morning because I couldn't sleep, and I bought 4 of them. And here they are. Alright, all jokes aside, this is actually a really impressive batch of big box store typicals. I'm sure these have some sort of larger cultivar genetics. Unfortunately, it's almost impossible to tell which, so these are going to have to remain typicals, big old typicals, but still just typicals. Make sure that you basically ignore these death cube instructions. These are as bad as I've seen. They have minimal information, and there's just not enough information here for complete care. If you follow these instructions, your Venus flytrap is probably going to die. They really shouldn't be kept in a window, and tray watering isn't as black and white as they make it seem on here. There's a lot more to it than that. At least they said rainwater or distilled water. They did get something right. Let's go ahead and pull them out so you can get a good look at them. I can't remember if I've ever bought flytraps from this company before, Altman Plants. Usually my Walmart has Rocket Farm Venus flytraps, so this was something a little bit different that I'm not used to seeing here at Walmart. Before you pull the Venus flytrap out, you want to pop that little tab so nothing gets caught on it. You can either pull these out from the top, which seems a little dangerous that you might trigger some of these traps on accident, or you can just cut off the bottom like I'm doing here. Let's get to cutting. Alright, and real quick before we pull it out, you probably aren't going to be as lucky as me in finding Venus flytraps like this at Walmart. I mean, I look at almost every time I go, and I've never even found Venus flytraps like this at Walmart. So let me show you how you can get your hands on some beautiful flytrap cultivars and other amazing carnivorous plants. I'm super pumped about teaming up with California Carnivorous. They're one of the most experienced and knowledgeable carnivorous plant nurseries in the entire world. They have a massive selection year-round of all types of carnivorous plants. There will definitely be something in their nursery you fall in love with. On top of that, they've also been generous enough to offer my viewers an exclusive 10% discount on their order when they enter CP Hub at checkout. That's CP Hub. Head on over and pick out yourself a new carnivorous plant to add to your collection. You know you deserve it. Let's go ahead and get back to the video. Alright, it took some work, but we finally got them out. Just take a look at how big those are. For big box fly traps, these are really impressive. As a matter of fact, if we're to order fly traps this big from most carnivorous plant nurseries, it's almost guaranteed that I'm paying a premium for fly traps that are not only this size, but also this mature. These would not be the $7 that I was able to get these for each at Walmart. I just couldn't pass them up. I wanted to give you a good idea of how big they are. There's my fingers so you can kind of see comparatively. I'll go ahead and also measure them too so you can see. Looks like they're about 1.5 inches, which is really not bad for some Walmart store-boughts. I'm fairly certain that in the last 20 years or so that I've been looking at carnivorous plants in big box stores, that these are definitely the biggest that I've seen. It looks like this one actually had a spider friend somewhere. There are webs across the trap. I can see some webbing kind of down on the plant as well. Usually this makes me a little cautious of possible spider mite infestation, but I can't see any deformed or chewed up leaves or traps, so it's probably just a little spider that tagged along at some point that's either dead now or is hiding very well. If you're finding this video helpful or entertaining, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. My dream is to open up a carnivorous plant nursery someday. You can support my dream by clicking the thanks button below this video and giving a monetary contribution. If you're low on cash and still want to help out, you can like the video, sub to my channel, leave a comment, watch the video all the way to the end. Even downloading my free plant tracker and Venus Flytrap care sheet in the link above are all ways you can really help me out, and I appreciate it so much. They're still a little moist and must have just come off the truck recently. It's rare to see fly traps this big and still in this good of shape at Walmart. I feel pretty lucky. I'm going to be doing a repotting video complete with care for beginners. Make sure to sub to the channel so you can check that out here soon. I'm going to pot all these together in a large planter. I've always really wanted a large planter that's just chock full of big traps, and I'm hoping that this can turn into that. I'll have to slowly acclimate these to the sun. They're in great shape, but you can tell they are a bit light starved. Judging by the lack of red in most of the traps, they probably didn't have a super strong grow light. They've been in a truck and in a room for who knows how long, and they need to be slowly introduced back into the sun. I'll go over that in depth in my next video though, so make sure and check that out. These fly traps are amazing, and I can't wait to see them in the ground. If you're interested in seeing how I repot them and understand my process step by step for when I buy Venus fly traps from big box stores, check the video out that's popping up on the screen now. You'll get everything you need from repotting to detailed care instructions. Thank you so much for checking this video out. I really hope to catch you in my next video. Bye.